That's a good point, bro. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, as I get my life together, I become way less funny. I'm like, fuck, maybe I should just go off the rails a little bit.
I feel like
again.
being funny, part of it is just like being uncomfortable at all times. You know what I mean? Like I rarely feel like, oh my God, I feel just like good right now.
Yeah, what made you decide that you wanted to be a professional comedian? You just
I
like being
decide.
uncomfortable,
I don't know. I don't think I did decide. I think I just did it because it was being funny is the only way to cope when you have a weird family. You know what I mean?
That word.
Like
cope.
my mom is like a fucking, well, now has dementia. She's in the seniors home.
Oh yeah.
But before that, she just had dementia. Wasn't in the senior. No, she was she was a retired high school teacher. She was a high school teacher. Whatever. High school teachers are weird. Okay.
My mom's a teacher too, actually.
Really?
Bro. Yeah. Middle school though.
Middle school? Yeah. They're even weirder. Your mom's probably a pedophile, but whatever.
I don't think women can even be pedophiles.
Are you kidding me?
Is that a thing?
Didn't you see that thing in the States where the female teacher got arrested for fucking the kid, and the kid was like, she didn't give head well?
What?
And that was why he
I didn't see that.
got her arrested. Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Fuck, man. Yeah, I guess that's true. People get hit by lightning and shit.
But yeah, and my dad's like a violinist, so I was just like, it was either I became funny or I just became like a complete loser.
Yeah.
I killed myself.
Well, it just so happens that
which is
being a complete loser makes you funny though, bro.
Well, yeah. I mean, not a complete loser. That's a misconception. A lot of comics are like, my life's so terrible. It's what, like, your life shouldn't be terrible. It should just be funny, and you making it less terrible should be funny.
So do you think that there's a sweet spot for how much of your act should be self-deprecation? Because whenever I go to see stand-up, like at least 30 to 50% of it's just people talking about how shit they are.
Well, a lot of people just think that everybody should care about them a lot, and like I don't really think that's
what a
true.
Deep quote.
Like, I don't care about most people, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let alone myself enough to, I like talking about myself if it's funny. But people just think and CBC, CTV, they want comedians to talk about themselves, especially if it's like, do you have an immigrant family? Are you thinking about, you don't know who you are? Are you a boy or a girl? Like, they want you to talk about all the woke things, and most of them are about yourself and your own relation to it.
Right.
And I've had that feedback from people who run. There's like a fucking truck backing up right now.
We're in the heart of Toronto, buddy.
Jesus Christ. Is your window open? Am I seriously not allowed to smoke cigarettes in here if the window's open? If it's that loud? They probably can't hear it that bad on the recording.
Yeah, fuck it.
But anyway, too many comics try to make their whole set with the goal of, I want to be on CTV, I want to be on CBC. And there's a whole bunch of comics that just went on CTV for this new show called Roast Battles.
Oh, yeah? They got that back. I like Roast Battles, but I've never seen the fucking CBC version.
Well, I mean, it goes without saying that it's going to be bad.
It's going to be PG, right?
Well, it's not going to be super PG, but the comics, it's also embarrassing because the comics are so excited to be doing anything that for them it's like, oh my, they're like, so I'm on TV. It's like, be professional here.
They're not keeping it together, right?
No, they're just too excited, and it's just awkward. Like, one guy was like, posted a picture of him on that show, and he's wearing a Speedo and shit. Like, it's very like why can't we just have stand-up comedy?
So they're trying to build up the story of the character before they do stand-up so that people have some kind of an emotional attachment to them and are more interested to hear their jokes. Like, is that the point of what they're doing?
I don't know.
I'm trying to see why they're...
All I know is there's a garbage... all I know is there's a garbage truck. There's like a dead body being thrown in a garbage truck outside of the window.
Yeah.
You can actually hear the bones crunching as they pull the lever.
Yeah.
Those are the real heroes, by the way. Nurses, terrible people, all of them.
Garbage men are fucking underrated, bro.
Dude, fuck the nurses.
Dude, garbage men is actually such a sick
We should
job.
let the garbage men be nurses, and then... Are they vaccinated? Like, do people care about if a garbage man's vaccinated? Nobody's worried about that.
I don't think so,
Vaccinate the garbage men. They need to be, like, anyway.
I don't think garbage men even give a fuck about the recycling either, bro. I've seen them take some shit that has, banana peels in the blue bin. Like, they don't care.
They love it. They actually eat garbage.
Here's a conspiracy for you.
But here, wait. I want to finish that point because otherwise your listeners are going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Is this Jew talking about? They want you to talk about yourself because it's safer to talk about experiences than opinions.
Ooh.
They rather you do jokes about, you know, my mom growing up used to beat me, even if it's horrible. I was raped, and you know they're like, "Ooh, good, yes." You know,
experience.
You know, you're already broken in for Hollywood.
Right.
No, but I'm just joking. But no, but they want you to have those. You know, I grew up with an immigrant family. You know, I was bullied in school.
So that shit must sell.
It doesn't sell.
Sell.
That's no. Nobody watches these fucking shows. They're all over YouTube and Netflix. All these woke comedians talking about themselves and their experiences, and then my dad, and then my mom. Nobody cares, in my opinion. Okay? Look at Dave Chappelle's early specials. He talks more about himself now, which is more interesting because he's a fucking celebrity.
Yeah.
It's not interesting to hear
And
the
he's jacked
story
now,
of
too,
some
eh?
random. And next we have random guy, and I was fat, and then I was a Muslim, and I was also gay, and then okay, we get it.
Russell Peters?
Yeah, that was actually Russell Peters' show. Point is, they don't want you going on stage and doing a bit about Trudeau, or talk about any type of political, or they don't want you making fun of the situation, even though the situation, it's an elephant in the fucking room. They're like, even though there's a fucking pandemic happening and there's all these crazy new laws and all the politicians are kind of being scary and terrifying, we don't want you to talk about that. We want you to talk about how you were fat in grade 9. Like, who cares?